Yo guys, Justin Jaynes here, and it is the Sunday after UFC 319, and as a card, as a total, it was an incredible card. We had knockouts, we had big knockouts, we had spinning attacks. I mean, throughout the card, I'm going to get into it on some different videos, but 2 spinning elbow attacks, and then to top it off with the most anticipated main event of the year, Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus Du Plessis. Guys, before I go any further with this main event fight, this was the most anticipated main event of the year. Over JDM, over Islam. We did a poll on the 10-7. It was like out of almost 100 votes, 85 or something ridiculous. It was over 8%. We're more excited about this fight. And people aren't going to like my take, but what a complete Snoozefest. I was so disappointed. I mean, now guys understand the difference. And I talked to Huzaifa, and he's made a video already. And oh my God, what an incredible fight. That's one of the most boring fights I've ever seen, ever. And especially, I shouldn't say ever, but it was a terrible fight for the fans. I am just so blown away about how boring that fight was. And I get to wake up and I have about 25 text messages, guys from the gym, professional fighters, coaches, friends. Huzaifa is the only person probably in the world that thought this was a good fight by any means. And I think he's very biased to Khamzat. It's nothing against him. It's his favorite fighter, and supporting his favorite fighter I'm completely fine with. But complete snooze fest. Now, don't mistaken me. Was it dominant? Of course it was dominant. All the judges had it 50-45. You know, we saw a small glimpse at the end of the 5th round where DDP was starting to have a little bit of success, I guess. But I didn't even think it was enough to win the round. But he landed like one good right cross, and I think he had a minor takedown defense. Got a takedown, mounted him, had his back a little bit. But again, complete snooze fest, guys. Now let's take a look at the stats here, and the stats are just insane. Khamzat landed like over 500 strikes, or threw over 500 strikes. Let's take a look real quick. So we look at this. Like I mentioned before, 5-minute rounds. All judges scored at 44-50. I agree with them. Now we look at our totals here. Significant strikes. Dricus Du Plessis 29, Khamzat 47. And then we look at this total strikes. This is really, honestly, guys, I think it's fucking sad. So we talk about 567 total strikes, and only 47 of them were significant. Like, if you guys remember, he's in the crucifix position. He's in the crucifix position. He's just tapping him, you know, wearing on him. It was just so boring. I mean, I just can't say it enough. Again, and don't mistaken boring with dominant. I mean, we had 21 minutes of control time, almost 22 minutes of control time. Dricus 50 seconds, 567 strikes. But this is the number that is really annoying to me. 567 and only 47 significant. Dricus almost threw as many significant strikes. And then you look down here again, 29-47, like 36 to the head. Like, there's nothing exciting about this. And honestly, I'm not drew away from Khamzat. Obviously, he's a dominant champion. Obviously, he's been dominating in all his fights. Obviously, he dominated DDP. But, man, at no point I felt Khamzat was looking for a finish. And if you're listening to if you're listening to one of the guys in the announcing booth, the commentating booth that I really respect, Daniel Cormier, you know, when Khamzat was on DDP's back, you know, Khamzat would just keep a body lock behind. And at one point or another, Daniel Cormier says, guys, he's doing basic wrestling techniques, stuff you're taught on day one. And he did, man. And that's why I always talk to my kids in my wrestling program in Extreme Couture, like, getting perfect at basics is how you win fights, how you win matches. And Khamzat did just that, man. But for being the champion, at no point did I feel he was trying to finish the fight. At no point did I think he was, I don't know. It was just so boring, guys. So boring. And DDP, you know, really has to, we talked about, I thought DDP was going to be able to get up. And wow, I couldn't have been more wrong. You know, DDP wasn't doing the right things to try to get back to his feet. But with that being said, guys, when you have someone like Khamzat Chimaev on your back, I mean, who am I to say, oh, all you got to do is stand up? But even when he'd get up to his feet, he wasn't fighting the hands. And that's like to go back to Daniel Cormier, obviously a former UFC champion, obviously one of the greats, Olympic level wrestler. And when DDP's talking about not doing the basics to escape, not fighting the hands, and then you have Khamzat on the other side that's just doing, day one techniques that you're taught, but he's doing them to the highest level. That's probably the only percentage thing. And you look at this, significant strikes per round. 2 between the two fighters. 2. Round number 2, significant strikes. 7. Oh, round 3. Khamzat really turns it off with 22 significant strikes. Round 4, 22, 24 total. Round 4, 11. And then round 5, we have 32, guys. I don't really care what you guys think. This fight was so overhyped, and it was so boring. It's one of the biggest disappointing fights I've had of the year. If you guys are – I'm a Khamzat fan. I like Khamzat a lot. But I really hated that fight. It was like watching paint dry. And if you guys disagree with me, that's fine. You guys can watch Huzaifa's video, and Huzaifa's going to stroke him a little bit. But I'm fine with it, guys. It's okay. Everyone, we have our own opinions. And unfortunately, and it's not unfortunate, but me and Huzaifa just are not going to agree on this fight, man. And again, I totally respect his stance. But dominance and exciting are not in the same line. And this fight was nothing but exciting. Very, very dominant, obviously, 50-44 on the judges' scorecard. I had it similar as well. But with that being said, guys, I really hope Khamzat comes out with a better game plan next time. And you know what? I can't even say that because you can't ask him to change his game plan when it's so dominant. But, man, can you imagine guys like Khamzat fighting? He's our champ now, and he fights once a year. But that one fight, if they're all going to be like this, guys, he's shooting within the first 5-10 seconds. And I don't know, man. His top position is crazy. His weight is insane. But, guys, this is not a style that I care to watch in championship fights, man. The most significant strikes he threw in the round were 20, man. That's just, I don't know, guys. I hate to sound like a broken record, but that was one of the most underwhelming fights I've seen in a long time. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments. If you guys agree with me, watch Huzaifa's video. He's going to go on the defense to Khamzat, and I'm sure we'll be talking about Monday, guys. Have a good weekend.